I saw some posts on Reddit about people hating Miyabi because she dropped from tier 0 to tier 0.5. I don't know if it's true or not because these people might be joking. And to be frank with you, I don't follow the tier list in Prydwen regarding to Zenless Zone 0, unlike Honkai Star Rail. And I saw that all the Void Hunters with Yusong Wang, Yiswen and Miyabi were at tier 0 for the longest time, and I was correct until now. I heard that the reason that she dropped was because the current bosses and enemies in endgame modes, Deadly Assault and Sea Defense, have resistance to anomaly damage and ice as well. If that's the case, then Miyabi's performance will become lower than usual. I can see why she would be dropped to tier 0.5. However, if the bosses and enemies have resistance to anomaly damage types, then I don't know that Alice or Vivian should be at the same tier as Miyabi. I don't have them, however I do have her at Mindscape 2 with her signature W engine, and this tier list is based on units at Mindscape 0 without any dupes. From experience, I sometimes struggle with her in Deadly Assault, but 99% of the time it's because of a skill issue. I don't know about the crit DPS at tier 0.5. I don't know if these two should be at the same tier as Miyabi. If the bosses have resistance to anomaly, the new Void Hunter is at tier 0 as expected. Yuswen is still at tier 0. She has an expert tag, and from experience I don't know like which one out of the 3 Void Hunters is more complicated. Astra Yao is still strong at tier 0. Dialin, from what I heard, she is the best stunner because she can make any unit use her ultimate, which might be very strong for some units like Yi Sun Guang or from what I heard also Yuswen. Lucia, I think she's the first unit that makes any unit go into Isarville state, kinda like Zhao. Yuzuha at tier 0. From what I heard, she is the best support for anomaly DPS units. I also heard that all of these support units can be used in a lot of teams. I can vouch for Astra and speaking from experience, but as for these 3, I do not know. Tier 0.5 is MP, and I think I don't know if she got here because of the potential upgrade that arrived with version 2.5. And Banyu is an expert. I heard that to maximize his damage, you need to do a lot of combos, and like even when I tried him in the trial states, there were a lot of combos. As for Evelyn, I'm surprised to see that she is at tier 0.5 Orphe. I forgot about her, but I didn't know that she was this strong, and same for Seed. I didn't know that she is tier 0.5. Edhari. She is kinda like Hu Tao. She consumes her own HP, and I think she deals more damage when she has lower HP. I don't know if that's true or not. Zufufu. I remember when Yuswan first arrived, people were saying that Zufufu is her best teammate. I didn't see how. Lighter. Before Dylan arrived, he was the best stunner, but now I guess Dylan took his place. I'm happy to see Nicole in here. She's an OG and she's a 4-star, so it should be easy to max her out. Or shall I say easier than getting a 5-star if she's a rate up. A Trigger, I think she's the best Aftershock unit. And the new unit, the free unit that everyone got, which is Zhao. I have to say I'm surprised she is at tier 0.5, unless they count these units at M0 with their signature W engine, because I feel like without her signature she should be at like maybe tier 1 support, maybe between tier 1 and the tier 0.5 if she doesn't have her signature. At tier 1 we have Ellen, the first limited 5-star in Zenless Zone 0. If you are an Ellen main, I salute you, because I don't know how you felt when Miyabi arrived, and when Miyabi arrived, from what I heard, that the enemies they became, or shall I say more enemies became resistant to ice to counter Miyabi, and with that ice DPS units or other ice DPS units like Hugo and Ellen they got in the crossfire. Harumasa, the first free 5-star in Zenless. I rarely use him, but if the enemy is weak to Electro, he can get the job done. Of course with M2 Astra and MB. The 4-star MB, not not SMP. Hyugo. About Hyugo, I like that in his kit he wants stunners, so Lycon with Hyugo is a good team. Even though story-wise they aren't on good terms, I'm glad to see both of them in the same team. Manato, I have to say I'm surprised. I didn't expect a 4-star DPS to be in tier 1 at all. He is fire, and in terms of fire, 1, 2, 3. I have to say there's a lot of fire DPS units. Order 11. I presume she is here because of the potential. And Zhu Yuan. To be frank with you, the number one thing I saw about her is her ass, basically. Bernice, she also got a potential buff. I wonder if she is still good with other anomaly units, because I think she applies burn anomaly effect fast. Then though, I don't know about her damage, but I do know that she moves a lot. And speaking of physical DPS units like Zendo, Alice, and Yusong Guang, like all of these three, they move a lot. Nikomata, not really. Viper, another 4-star that I am surprised to see in tier 1. She has a partner tag with Vivian. I don't know why specifically Vivian. And Yanagi. I don't know if Yanagi is the best teammate for Miyabi still. Lycon, my man. Von Lycon, I mean. I use him in my Miyabi team with Nicole, and he can get the job done. However, he's at M2, but I don't think Mindscapes, or shall I say Mindscape 1 and 2, boost his performance that much, I think. Ban Yinho, I am surprised and glad that he's at tier 1, because I use him in my Yuswin team in Deadly Assault alongside the Bolkra. Shinyi, lately I heard a lot of bad stuff about her, that in terms of meta, she fell off a long time ago, and I think she is the worst limited 5-star stun unit. And Sukaku, I was gonna complain that Sukaku shouldn't be at tier 1, she should be lower, but I saw that partner tag was Miyabi, and I guess, yeah, I tried using her with Miyabi, but she is slow, her skill is slow. However, I think if you are skilled, you can completely avoid using her skill and still get the maximum amount of buffs. So instead of Sukaku, I'm using Nicole. She is easier to use than Sukaku. As for tier 2, Anton, partner Astrayao. I didn't even try him out, so I can't say whether that's true or not. Billy, he is my first DPS in the game. Like when I arrived in version 1.3, he got the job done, except for end-game modes in which I kept dying or I couldn't do enough damage. As for Corin, I saw a lot of people want to use her and main her because they love her personality. And to that I say, well done, have fun. Nikomata, my first ever 5-star. I got her the most out of every other standard 5-star. I currently have her at Mindscape 3, and I have her signature W engine. I still use her, not as much as previously, and with the addition of Yusong Wang, which she is the best physical DPS in the game, I don't think I will be using her anymore. Also, from what I heard, in terms of standard units, people hate her the most because they think that she is the worst 5-star out of all the standard 5-star units. And I guess that's because she is the only main DPS. Actually, no, Soldier 11 is another main DPS, but I don't know why they hate Nikomata more than her. Maybe it's like a cheat thing in Genshin. And Grace, I'm surprised to see her at tier 2, even with the potential buff. Unlike Ellen, Bernice, SMB, and Soldier 11. Okay, how the hell is Caesar at tier 2? How? Completely forgot about Caesar. I still use her in Deadly Assault and CO Defense. How is she at tier... How? How is Lycon above Caesar? Actually, so how is she above Caesar? From everything bad I heard about her, how is she above Caesar? I won't say Lycon because people use Lycon with Miyabi. I am one of these people, but Caesar, her being higher than Caesar, come on, man. This would only make sense if this tier list doesn't take account these units having their signature W engine, because to be frank with you, I don't know which W engine I would use on Caesar if I didn't have her signature, so maybe that's why she is at tier 0, because there aren't good alternatives for her signature W engine. Koleda, I don't even have her, but I saw that she has that one attack in which Ben appears for some reason and carries her. I love that. Lucy, I was using her for a while before I got Astra Yao. I am surprised to see her at tier 2. I thought she should be like a tier 1 or tier 1.5, not tier 2. Pulchra. Another one that I am surprised is that she is at tier 2. I use her with Yuswin. I don't know why she is at tier 0. She can give a decent buff, especially if you have her at Mindscape 6, because it makes the damage increase from her core skill apply to all types of damage, which is 30% damage bonus. At tier 3 Ben, I remember seeing that one video back in the day of someone doing CU defense with Ben solo. Actually, I think it was a tower, not CU defense. Ambi, the last time I used her was Harumasa, and if you play her correctly, she can stun fast. And finally, Sis. I know that at some point of time he was the best teammate for Zendo, but now I don't know what teams he will be used in. Out of this tier list, the biggest surprise to me is Caesar being at tier 2. Do you remember when Caesar first arrived? Some people said that they don't want to make the same mistake that they made in Genshin by not summoning for Zhongli and suffering afterwards because they don't have any strong shielder. So they summoned for her because she is, and I think till this day, Caesar is still the best shielder in Zenless Zone 0. And I think after 1 or 2 months from her release, the tower game mode got added, and I remember that people who had Caesar were saying that the tower is easy. I am one of these people, and some people wished that they had her because she made that game mode much easier. And a personal thing, she made my team stop dying in endgame content. I guess now people are looking for more damage, not more survivability. That's why she is at tier 2. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.